We have anterior instability, inferior instability, and then we move on to rotator cuff assessment, and then we're going to do impingement assessment, and biceps tendon irritation, and I believe that's it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to have you do is lay on your back. And so I'm just going to use your right arm if that's all right. So he's in a relaxed position. I'm going to do the apprehension test. Patient is supine. Glenohumeral joint is abducted to 90 degrees. Elbow is flexed to 90 degrees. You guys with me? Right? So this is your range of motion assessment. The examiner supports the humerus at mid-shaft with his or her leg. What? All right, anyway, the examiner supports the humerus and the wrist, and I'm going to take him into passive external rotation. And what would happen if his arm felt like it was going to, his humerus, felt like it was going to translate anteriorly in the glenoid fossa, he would be, what do you think?
Apprehensive.
Apprehensive.
Guarded.
Exactly. He would say, please don't do that, or ow, or oh man. And then to get a really positive test, you're going to go on to number 2, and you're going to relocate. So what I'm doing here is pushing down on the head of the humerus, basically relocating it back into the glenoid fossa, and that's alleviating. So a positive sign here would be like, oh, that feels much better. Okay, now you're going to sit up. I believe. Okay, so that's relocation. Now on to inferior instability. So he's relaxed, and I'm going to translate down, and then, Michaela, you might want to see this at an angle. I'll show it over here, guys. Relax. Relax.
That's relaxed.
Okay, can you see? So here's his acromion process, right? You guys see this? I'm pulling down. Sometimes you can see it's better on his right shoulder than his left shoulder, but sometimes you can see a positive sulcus sign, which this creates a little divot down here. So can I do it on you right quick? Just relax. So she doesn't have the positive, but you can kind of see me translating. Can you guys see this?
Translating. Oh, no, it's
Oh, there's a good one. You guys see that?
No.
So
Well,
that
you'll
would
see
be
it on the video.
inferior instability. So Deja's good. She's volleyball training. She has no issues. We maybe not need to address it, but if she presents with some issues and you see a positive sulcus sign, then you're going to address strengthening for inferior instability. So that's the sulcus. Okay, drop arm test. Drop arm test. He's going to passively, I take him out into abduction. Hold your arms right there. And then he's going to slowly lower him down to the table. So this right here is an eccentric load on what muscle?
The deltoid?
The supraspinatus. That's it. I mean, you got the deltoid involvement. But somebody that has a tear in their supraspinatus is going to be like, oh, dropping down. It's going to go from here to boom. Like, oh, that hurts. You guys get that? So hence the name. Drop arm test. Okay, empty can. Empty can. We're going to take him into flexion. We're going to internally rotate, go out 30 degrees. And I'm going to say, don't let me move you. This is like basically scaption motion, right? Scaption, if you guys ever do that exercise, you're out of a rotation. You would never want to do scaption with your thumbs down because that could irritate the supraspinatus. But this is, again, assessing the action of the supraspinatus. Relax. Do you guys know that scaption exercise when you pull out an angle? It's great stabilization, shoulder, working on your shoulder stability, but for your supraspinatus specifically. Empty can, we did. Impingement syndrome. Impingement syndrome is represented by the pictures on your handout. We got Mears by the ears and Hawkins Kennedy. Mears by the ears is going to take that. Relax. I mean, it's his name, Near. His name is Near, probably. Okay, straight arm. I'm going to stabilize his scapula. I'm going to take his humerus and I'm going boom, boom, boom. no, I'm not really. I'm
ah.
I'm pinching. When you take your arm, you can relax. I'm sorry. When you take your arm into 180 degrees forward flexion, that if they have impingement syndrome, which means irritation of the supraspinatus tendon, the subacromial bursa, or the biceps tendon, that's going to pinch in that subacromial coracoacromial arch and cause impingement, replicate the symptoms, basically. Okay, so that's Neer's test, and then Hawkins-Kennedy also for impingement is to take perfect right there, and then you're just jarring it this way. This is going to get the biceps tendon really good. Yergeson's. Okay, now we're on, Speeds. Okay, now we're on specific bicep tendon irritation or subluxation. Again, when your arm is up here, that long head of the biceps tendon on the labrum gets irritated, so that's why you have specific tests for this. Speeds, hold it here, don't let me move you. Right here, and I'm pushing down. Boom. Injured side would be painful. Yergeson's, I'm palpating. So here I am in the bicipital groove, right here, and I'm going to just say, don't let me move you. And I'm actually taking his arm into or his hand into supination and externally rotating his shoulder. So this is if the biceps tendon slips under my fingers, then we have a problem with subluxing or dislocating the biceps tendon. Do you guys see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you. All right, that's it. Go.